Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Anna Morphides with Many Hearts Counseling, and today's video is going to be on how to beat anxiety. This was actually a real life question that I received this morning, and I decided to make a video about it because it's so important to not feel anxiety while we are going through life, because it does not serve any true purpose. It doesn't help us to move forward in what it is that we're trying to navigate. It doesn't help our health. It does not help with the end result. It actually doesn't really do anything for us. If you think this is a video for you, please stick around with me to watch it. Hit that like button because it does help in the algorithm. It turns out to be, I did not know this, but yes, if you hit that like button, that means that my video, or the chances of that my video might be seen by somebody else that might need this information and this little bit of help, it will just increase those chances for them to view the video. And if you feel called to subscribe, please do so as well. All your support means so much to me as I am trying to grow my little channel. And with that being said, we're gonna dive right into it. So what really is anxiety? Anxiety is living in the future. Anxiety is a feeling of being worried, and we only ever have the present moment to experience anyways. We can never relive the past, and we can never experience the future. We can imagine what the future can feel like. That is what manifestation is all about. But we cannot worry about what the future is going to be based on what we assume is going to take place according to what's going on in our society right now. So, for example, this conversation was stemmed from a conversation. Yeah, the question stemmed from a conversation that I had this morning because my family has to move. We have to find a new place to move into within the next couple of months. And I know that the right place is going to come for us at the right price, at the right location, with the right frame of the house, exactly as I wanted. I know that it's going to come. I am not going to spend time worrying everything's so expensive. I'm never going to be able to find anything in the neighborhood that I want because everything is so expensive. Everything seems to be in competition and renting out so fast. My family's not going to get chosen. And all these other worries that come with moving in. Why would I spend time worrying about it when I can choose to be different? If I can choose to say everything is going to work out for me, I am going to find the right place at the right price. Why choose to worry? Because if I start to worry, then it's going to affect everything else in my life. Because when we experience anxiety and stress and we worry, that means that our fight or flight system within ourselves is in high gear, and the sympathetic nervous system kicks in, and then it produces cortisol, and then it wastes all that energy. Your body, when it's in fight or flight mode, it takes up energy that you create within your organism. We only have so many mitochondria in our cells, and those little mitochondria are what produce little ATPs that are little molecules that go around to help our organs function, because they need energy. Like, in order for our lungs to do their job, they need to intake oxygen, right? And that gets diffused from the blood. They have to take that in, and then our digestion system to digest our food and absorb all the helpful nutrients in our intestine. All those processes, they all take up energy. They require energy from our mitochondria, from those little ATPs. They absorb that energy in order to be able to function what they need to do in order for us to be in optimal conditioning and a state of well-being. And our brain, in order for it to think and process, it also takes up energy as well. So if we only have a limited amount of energy, we produce, there's a cap of an amount of ATPs that we produce in a day in order for us to have energy to do the things that our body needs to do naturally to process, whether it is breathing or eating or thinking, right? If it's cold out, your body needs energy to warm its body up. So why spend that precious energy on worrying and producing cortisol? What's that going to do for us? Nothing. It will do nothing other than harm our body even more and prevent the other things that we need, such as digestion, cognitive thinking, our logic, like these types of things that we need to be intact and in optimal function. Now we're basically just taken away from that by worrying and putting our nervous system into fight or flight mode, activating the sympathetic nervous system, and then creating such things such as cortisol, which is really bad for us, really bad for our health. So basically, in a scientific explanation, that is what we do to our body when we start to worry about things. And with that knowledge now, I would never put myself in a position that I would worry about anything. So I'm working with someone else as well that is about to transition from one job to another, and they're not sure what they're going to do as far as work goes. So we are working with this person to make sure that they don't lose that sense of self and knowing that the right job will come for them at the right time with the right amount of compensation, because they believe that they are worth it and then they can have it. If they start to worry, I'm never going to be able to find this job, I'm never going to be able to find the same amount of money compensated to me from this type of company, or any other thoughts that are synonyms to those negative thoughts that make you feel that you're not going to find something. Why choose to think that when you can choose to think the complete opposite? And remember, what we think, what we predominantly think, is what is going to shape our reality. So if we predominantly think thoughts such as, I am going to find the right job, I am going to find the right house, and then visualize what you want, instead of spending time worrying whether it's going to happen, is it going to come at the right price? Visualize what you want to happen. I want my house to be in this location at this price range. I want my new job to be in this type of context. I want to work with this type of people. I want me to be in this much contact with other people. I want it to be this type of hours. I want it to have this kind of compensation. I see myself working out of this type of a building, or I see myself working from home. What do you want to experience? And then you have to have the belief that you are worth it. You can have it. At the end of the day, that's where the worry and the anxiety stem from anyways, is from that thought that you're not good enough to have that. You're not worthy enough to have that. You're scared, you're fearful that you might not have that experience. And then that fear is what overtakes your true self, who you are. Who you are is someone who deserves to have everything. Who you are is someone that knows that expecting something to come exactly as they wanted is not irrational or illogical. That is your birthright. So there is no point in worrying about the future, because we can literally create our future. So choose to create your future rather than worry about your future, because worrying will not amount to anything tangible, right? Only being calm, centered, grounded, it is only then that we can achieve our goal that we want to achieve. I know it's easier said than done because we are humans, we're having a human experience, and we have predominantly negative producing feeling emotions. Like, most of our emotions produce negative feelings, so it's only natural that we're going to experience negativity in whatever stage of our life that we're in. And life does feel like a challenge, because sometimes it is challenging to change our negative emotions into positive emotions and not worry. But please have the knowing that we're not meant to be here to worry. We're meant to be here to experience everything. It is our birthright to experience everything. So worrying about the future will not help. It will just make it worse for us. So just have the knowing that you can have it all. And that is what core beliefs are all about, is having the knowing that you are worth to have whatever it is that you want and imagine. Worry-free, because you deserve it and you expect it. Not only you deserve it, you expect for that to happen for you, because it is your birthright to have it. So please don't worry. Don't worry. I know I was working with someone and we were having a conversation, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and they mentioned that their partner sometimes feels that they don't care because they don't worry, because they have started to do yoga and meditation, and it has taken away that part of themselves that starts to overthink and over worry. So now they encounter things in a way less spastic way. They're able to stay calm, centered, collected, and they just have the knowing that it's all going to work out. And they were saying that their partner feels like they don't care. And I can totally resonate with that, because I have experienced that too. But just because I don't worry about something does not mean that I don't care about its outcome. It does not mean that I don't care about doing the steps to get that done. It does not mean that I don't care about finding a new job or finding a new home. It doesn't mean that I don't care about my finances. It just means that I care about myself more, and my well-being, my internal health, and my optimal way of functioning. I care about that more than I care about worrying about something. That's all it is. Because now I understand that I don't need to worry in order for me to be successful in my future. I just need to be calm, to be connected to my intuition, to be connected to the next steps that are going to be presented to me, so then I can take the next step actively to get where I want to get without the worry, because I want to enjoy that process. And worrying will take that away from me. It will have me enjoy things less. So it's not that we don't care, it's that we are choosing our mental health over worrying, because worrying does not equal I care. Worrying equals cortisol that will eventually chip away at your life years, your longevity. That's all it does. It doesn't solve your problem, because your situation is going to be where it is anyways. It doesn't change the fact that you will have to find a new job. It doesn't change the fact that you're going to find a new place to live, or that you need to. The situation is as it is anyway. So why add to it by worrying on top of that? Choose to go through it in a more free, liberating way, with the full knowing that everything is going to work out for you. So when this last question was asked to me, Anna, how do you do it? I just affirm that to myself over and over and over. Everything is going to work out for me. Every time I start to get that little feeling arising from my tummy that wants to make me feel like nervous and worry, I go back to that thought, right? And the thought is an affirmation. It comes from my core beliefs. I deserve to have everything. And I instantly refrain to myself, it's all gonna work out for me. The right place is gonna come. It's gonna come and find me. Whatever is meant to be mine is gonna come and find me. Nothing has an expiration date. The more calmer I am from within and the more I know that I deserve it, the more in alignment I will be with that specific thing. So it can come and find me. I don't need to fight for it. It's gonna come to me. I'm gonna take the actions, yes, to take the steps. So in order for me to get there, like things won't come to me just by sitting cross-legged and, oh, I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing. No, I still have to do the work for it. But I always have the knowing that it's going to happen for me. So in order to lessen your anxiety, affirm to yourself, it's always working out for me. Affirm to yourself there is nothing to worry about. Affirm to yourself exactly what you want to experience. Visualize it. Say it over and over. It is my birthright. I deserve it. I expect it. It's going to happen. And live in the end. Imagine what that would feel like. Use your future in this way. Instead of worrying, use your future feeling, oh, this is going to feel so good to have this job. Like you just know, oh, it feels so great to be in this job. Oh, it feels so great to be in this house. This is what it feels like. Use that type of, if you're going to envision your future instead of worrying, use that type of how good it's going to feel to have what you want to have. Because the universe will always have your back. It's never going to let you down unless you create that for yourself simply by your thoughts, because thoughts are affirmations. Remember, you're always the one that listens to your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. You listen to them and you have power and choice to pick what thought you want to hold on to and which you want to just let go and discard. And breath work is the best way to reset your system. So when you start to get nervous, just take a deep breath. Imagine you breathing in goodness and you're exhaling the anxiety. Inhaling calmness and peace, exhaling anxiety. Inhaling knowing everything's going to be okay, exhaling everything that is not serving. And just keep going. Remember that everything is always happening for you. The universe truly does have your back. There is no point in worrying because it's just only going to make you feel worse about yourself and just delay the process of you receiving all that you are deserving and worth receiving. And with that, I wish you everything. I wish you a life full of not anxiety, full of peace, calmness, deep breaths, beautiful imaginations, just beautiful everything, because you deserve it and you should expect it and you're gonna have it. Thank you as always for watching. I'll see you next time.